Kakalosh Boker Tov, Mishna Yomi, Masechet, Bava, Kamma, Perek Daled is the fourth chapter. We are on Mishna Bet and Gimel. So Mishna Bet says as follows: Shor shehu muad lemino ve'eno muad l'sheino mino. What happens if you have an ox which is a muad? Remember, a muad is a habituous gorer, which means that it gored 3 times and it was testified upon. And what happens is that if you have this ox which was a muad, and what happens is that it gores, right? It's a muad lemino, only for the same species, but it's not muad v'she'eno mino, for other species. Or muad la'adam and muad la'bema, it only gores human beings, but not animals. Or muad la'ktanim and muad la'gdolim, or only young animals, but not big animals. So at shehu muad lo meshalem nezek shalem. So whoever it's muad for, that's when it's going to pay nezek shalem. V'et muad lo eno meshalem, right? It's going to be chetz nezek. So if it's not, it's only going to pay chetzi nezek. So therefore, basically, whatever it became a muad for, which means you have to watch over the animal for that. So that's what it becomes a muad. You have to pay nezek shalem, full damages. But whatever it's not, meaning it's not normal for it to gore human beings or to gore anybody. So therefore, you don't have to pay the full nezeks. Amru lifnei Rabbi Yehuda. So the student said in front of Rabbi Yehuda, "Hadeshaya muad l'shabbatot v'muad lechol." He says, "What happens if it's only muad on to gore on Shabbat and not on weekdays?" So Amalem, so he told him the same thing. Shabbatot meshalem nezek shalem. On Shabbat, if he damages on Shabbat, he's a muad, so he pays nezek shalem. During the weekday, he would only pay chetzi nezek. Why? Because it's the same concept, meaning not only to the animals or what type of animals or species, even on the day it's going to cause. Okay, so in all these cases, it's going to cause different, because basically it's like the time which is causing it to have this actions. Then says Rabbi Yehuda, when exactly is this animal considered a tam? That it's going to go back to a tam? If it refrains on 3 Shabbatot that it does not gore, it goes back to a tam. Meaning there does exist the concept of coming back to becoming a tam. When is that? If you have another 3 Shabbatot that it was goring every single Shabbat, and now it stops goring for 3 Shabbatot, so therefore what happens is it becomes a tam again. Mishna Gimel. Mishna Gimel comes and now is speaking about the different owners of the animals. So Mishna Gimel says, Shor shel Yisrael shenagach shor shel Hekdesh. When you have a shor of Yisrael that damages a shor of Hekdesh, or a shor shel Hekdesh shenagach shor shel Yisrael, a shor of Hekdesh that damages a shor shel Yisrael, patur. You're going to be patur. Why is it? That means each way, it doesn't matter who's the damager or damagee, whether it's Hekdesh to Yisrael or Yisrael to Hekdesh, they're patur. Shneimar b'zitz pasuk shor re'ehu, the shor of your fellow friend, velo shor shel Hekdesh, and not the shor of Hekdesh. So you see from here, from the fact that it's saying that it has to be dafka your friend's shor, so therefore whether you're the damager or damagee, doesn't matter which one, there's always an exemption. And here in the footnote it does bring down that even though we're only talking about goring, the same halacha would apply to any other types of damages as well. A similar law, shor shel Yisrael shenagach shor shel govei kovim. What happens if a shor of a Jew damages a shor of a goy? Is going to be patur. Okay, there it says that there wasn't obligated to pay. There's a whole reason brought down in the Rambam because of their own laws or whatever. But if you have an oved kochavim damaging a shor shel Yisrael, ben tam bemuad, doesn't matter whether it's a tam or a muad, he always has to pay a nezek shalem. He does have to pay, right? Nezek shalem. Here in the footnote it says that the Rambam brings down that they were not careful, right, preventing their animals doing damage, and therefore there was like a knas. It was they were penalized. That even if it was a tam, it would have been the halacha. Okay, so again, this is just the concept of only to the Mishnah's ruling only applies to uncivilized nations, right? We cannot discriminate against nations that have codes of laws. That's what the Meiri says. So for obviously nowadays, a lot of these things would actually change.